Ugh, sleepy Saturday morning. Okay, I'll cut to the chase. There are no VHS or Blu-ray, and it appears all the film buffs and horror nerds have already picked the bones of this collection. So while I double-check their work, this is a tremendous time for us to have a very special episode of Down in the Dumps. VHS dominated the home media landscape until about the early 2000s. The last VHS mass-produced came out in 2006, History of Violence. Blu-ray gets invented about 2005, but it has a format war with HD DVD. The first Blu-ray to sell more than 1 million copies was The Dark Knight, around Christmas time of 2008. So that means from the year 2000 to 2010, DVD ruled the media landscape. Oh, I thought that said Acclamation Christmas. You can't imagine how annoyed with the American Idol people I am right now. Also existing in that time period are the brick-and-mortar video stores, like Blockbuster, Hollywood, etc. Those stores' business model was to make sure they had it when you came into their store to rent it, so they would buy hundreds of copies of DVDs for thousands of stores across the country. So that means there are hundreds of thousands of some movies floating around. Things you would never justify mass-producing at that level, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see endless copies of Runaway Jury, The Family Stone, Something's Gotta Give, Wedding Crashers, Oceans 12 and 13, The Pursuit of Happiness, Jarhead, Garden State, Walk the Line, Chuck and Larry, Ray, Wanted, Fever Pitch, The Interpreter, Just Married, The Ringer, Austin Powers Goldmember, etc., etc. And sure enough, I've seen every one of these so far while I've been talking. That explains why we started digging through this and saw 6 copies of Chicago starring Richard Gere right up front. You also have to take into consideration that all of these at a thrift store have had a chance to either be filtered through being sold during a rummage sale or perhaps flipped at the local disco round. So everything you get here has been filtered through twice, which means ultimately in a collection like this, all I'm looking for is special editions or oddball horror. And as I said at the beginning, people who are just as or if not more knowledgeable about this than me have already dug through this. Most of these DVDs smell like Buffalo Bill's Torture Well. And as I spy 4 copies of Austin Power Goldmember and 1 of Runaway Jury, I think my work here is done. See you next time.